Good evening, this is Viewpoint. I'm Zaka Jacob. The centre has made its stand clear on the question of whether Dalits who convert to Islam or Christianity should continue to claim reservation benefits. Now, the centre has written to the KG Balakrishnan committee, which is headed by the former CGI, saying that once converted, Dalits cannot avail these reservation benefits. Now, if the argument from Muslim and Christian groups has been that Dalits convert to other religions because they want to escape the caste system in Hinduism, if that is the case, then why avail the benefits of reservation? On the other hand, what these groups argue is that just because they have converted to another religion doesn't negate years or even centuries of oppression, social oppression that they have faced at the hands of upper caste. But first, the story of the day.
हाय नरेंद्र मोदी जी, आपकी मोहब्बत उन बैकवर्ड मुसलमानों से, आप किस बुनियाद पर मुसलमान को क्रिश्चियन को एक्सक्लूड कर रहे हैं? वो तो राइट टू इक्वालिटी का खुला वायलेशन है.
दिस इज द रियल भारत तोड़ो ऑफ द बीजेपी एंड द आरएसएस.
All right, let me go across to our guest, R.P. Singh, spokesperson of the BJP, joining us. Swati Malik, spokesperson of the Congress Party. Kapil Sankla is a senior lawyer in the Supreme Court. Muhammad Asif Hussain Suhail is a political analyst. R.P. Singh Saab, you've heard from Jairam Ramesh and other Congress spokespersons as well. Not just the Congress, but both Muslim and Christian groups are saying that just because they convert, Dalits convert to Christianity or to Islam, doesn't negate or doesn't take away from centuries of oppression. They should continue to receive the benefits of reservation. Your response?
Dimension to this. One is that as per the law, as per the Constitution, there is no reason to give the reservation to Christians and Muslims. It's only for, as per the Constitution, for the Hindu, Sikh, both.
R.P. Saab, there is a problem with your audio. Let's try and fix that. Just give me a second. I'll try and ask our audio team to fix that audio, and then I'll come back to you. But Swati Malik, the question that's being posed by the BJP is, if the Dalits are converting to Christianity or to Islam ostensibly to escape subjugation under the caste system, then why should they avail the benefits of that very same caste system?
Saga, this is the most absurd argument which has been put forth by the centre. The reservation is for those who have been suppressed because of caste, because of religion, because of caste. And we all know that even Muslims, whether Dalits within Muslims or if they've converted to Christianity as well, they too have faced casteism, they too have faced suppression within that community, because of the community, within that religion. So it's rather absurd when the BJP says that just because they are Muslims and Christians, that's why they don't have any caste system within the religions. That is why they've not suffered anything. We all know the practical aspect.
One second. Swati, it's not a question of whether they've suffered or not. That is a separate debate altogether. The idea of conversion, as many groups, not just political parties, but even religious groups have said, the reason why many Dalits want to convert to Islam or to Christianity is to escape the burdens of the caste system. If the act of conversion is being justified by escaping the burdens of the caste system, then why should you avail benefits that accrue by way of reservation? You have escaped the burdens of the caste system.
But have they escaped the burdens of suppression? Have they? That is the question. Forget what the religious leaders say. Even when they say that within Muslims there is no caste system, we all know there is a caste system even within Muslims.
Okay.
Right? So they all have suffered. It's rather absurd to say that they've escaped it just because they have converted.
Okay, let me ask R.P. Singh. He's back on the conversation. So just because Dalits convert to Christianity or Islam doesn't mean they escape the caste system. That's the argument by Swati Malik, whether it is Pasmanda Muslims and Bora Muslims are not treated the same way, Latin Catholics and Roman Catholics are not treated the same way. So that is the argument that Swati Malik is putting, that there is caste system in Islam and Christianity also. So why should they not avail the benefits of reservation?
But what does the Constitution say about that? I was coming to that point only.
Sure.
The Constitution defines it differently. So we are abiding by what Constitution says, and also otherwise also when they convert to any other religion, which is Christian or Muslim, Islam, they get benefit of the minority as minority there in that part. So there are some advantages and disadvantages when you shift from one religion to other religion, and they shift to Islam or Christianity, keeping this in mind, and then they are shifting only because they feel that they are not being treated equally here. That's why they are shifting, or they are converting to Islam or to Christianity. So
no, RP Singh Saab, the question is, for example, even in Sikhism, and you're a Sikh, there are Jat Sikhs, there are Dalit Sikhs. Tomorrow, if the centre were to say that Dalit Sikhs cannot avail reservation or avail benefits accruing from their status as Dalits, would that be acceptable?
Well, those who are converting to Christian, they don't get that advantage now. That's the issue in Punjab also. Those who are converting to this big number which is converting to Christianity, they don't get all that advantage which the normal Sikhs get, because Sikhs are classified as the broader part of the Hindu definition in the law, as section 25 2b, if I'm right. So it categorically says that the Sikhs, the Jainis, the Buddhists are part of the wider Hindu definition.
Okay. Swati Malik, again, I'm coming back to the moot point in this argument that time and time again it has been said that the reason why they want to convert is to escape from the caste system. If they're doing that to escape from the caste system, then they shouldn't be availing benefits accruing from reservation.
Zaka, this question has been considered by various commissions. Various reports have been filed with the government. Various reports, not just one or two. There are 6 to 7 reports which have been filed, which have considered all these arguments, all these aspects, and they have come to a conclusion that Dalit Christians and Muslims should not be excluded just because of their conversion. So while we debate here, let me also, like I said, there's 6 to 7 reports which have been filed which support this, that they should be included and not excluded just because of conversion.
Okay, let me ask Kapil Sangla on that point of the commissions that have looked into this matter before, whether it's a Sacha committee, whether it's the Deshpande committee report, all of them, at least in conclusion, seem to have found merit in the argument that Dalits, even if they convert to Christianity or Islam, should continue to get the benefits of reservation, because an act of conversion does not negate years or centuries of social oppression.
Zaka, some of them, not all of them, that is one. Secondly, we have to look at the Constitution of India and also what the Honorable Supreme Court has said, and we limit ourselves to that. I would not like to lock horns with Swati on this, but I will just see what the law is. You see, as far as the Scheduled Caste order, which is the Constitution, is concerned, Para 3 says that no person who professes a religion different from Hindu, Sikh or Buddhist religion shall be deemed to be a member of a Scheduled Caste. Now, the Nehru government in 1950s also limited the definition of Scheduled Caste, which was subsequently extended, but this is what the law as on date is. Now, this Constitution Scheduled Caste Order 1950 was based on hard facts and data. And there was historical data to show that there was no backwardness or oppression was faced by members of Christian or Islamic community or society. In fact, one of the reasons, and I'm quoting this, and one of the reasons for which people from Scheduled Castes have been converting to religions like Islam or Christianity is so that they can come out of the oppressive system of untouchability which is not prevalent at all in Christianity or Islam. So this is what it is. You're talking about oppression of birth. It doesn't matter what you do. And this is, I think this was an argument that I put before you when it came to the EWS case as well. I said the thing is that a rich man can be poor tomorrow or a poor man can be rich tomorrow. But a scheduled caste will always be a scheduled caste, be it he may be a lawyer, doctor or whatever profession. He might be a scientist. But the mechanism is that he suffers the surname and he suffers the liability of the surname. But an Ambedkar can tomorrow be an Andrew or an Abdullah and, break away from those shackles.
No, but that is the point that they're asking.
But
that,
an Ambedkar will always remain Ambedkar.
An Ambedkar becoming an
Right?
Andrew or an Abdullah does not negate 200-400 years of oppression. Does it?
Yeah, but you're actually talking about now. See, what happens now is nobody asks him what is your caste. And when you're talking about the liability of 200-300 years of oppression, he has broken that karmic chain. He has broken those shackles because he's no longer associated by his caste.
Okay.
And therefore, just to say this, there are two very important things. One, the ruling of the Honorable Supreme Court in 2015, which said Once such a person ceases to be a Hindu and becomes a Christian, the social and economic disabilities arising because of Hindu religion cease, and hence it is no longer necessary to give him the protection, and for this reason he is deemed not to belong to a scheduled caste. This is a 2015 ruling of the Honorable Supreme Court.
Let me ask
end it by what
Mohammed.
3 days back Justice Bhatt said. Justice Bhatt said this very, very quickly. He said this. He said that quota is a compensatory mechanism. It is not a free pass. What is being sought today is free pass because of what the forefathers were and not what you are today.
Okay.
The compensatory mechanism is what you are born to today and what you shall remain always.
As per the Constitution, this is from 1953, the SC status only applies to people who are Hindu or Sikh or Buddhist. The Sikh amendment, I think, got added in 1956, and the Buddhist amendment got added in 1990. This is the position of the Constitution as it exists right now, Muhammad Asif Hussain Sohail. Why are you asking for a change in that? I mean, why should the Constitution be changed to accommodate groups of individuals who have left their religion of their own free will? Nobody forced them to convert.
Yeah, see, it's not about the conversion. Yeah, the social status has not been changed as on date. Like, when it comes to why only with the Christians and the Muslims, why not with the Sikhs, Jain and Hindu, other people who have been included. See, now the government is only threatening the common man not to get converted. It's all about the conversion. Just to stop that, with their free will, they are telling the social status has to, it will change. Let them, decide whether whatever the religion they want to be. Like, but what they have gone through, it's not going to change. That cannot be accommodated.
No,
for
but
certain
if they are
time,
not,
what I
if
feel,
they are not,
that the status has
part
to
of
be
the reason why they are converting, one second. If part of the reason why they are converting is not for change of social status.
That's what I'm saying.
If it is not for change of social status, then why are they converting?
That's what, see, for the generation they have been in on the particular one caste, when they are moving on to another religion or to another caste, it will take time to get settled. Let the government fix up some kind of boundaries. It's only why it's been stopped to the Muslims and Christians. It has to be equally. See, here also there is a discrimination going on. Status is not the luxury. You know about that. I see status is not all about the luxuries. It's about the basic necessity, what they have not been got in all that years and from the past, from the forefathers.
So let me ask RP Singh that. I mean,
set for that.
The Christian and Muslim groups can also argue, as Muhammad Asif is arguing, that you have caste system in Islam, you have caste system in Christianity, you certainly have caste system in Sikhism also. Why should the same not be extended to Dalit Sikhs?
Zaka, we have to go back to time and probably change or tinker the constitution which was laid by no less than Ambedkar ji and other luminaries, where they as I said, they classified, they clubbed the Sikh, Jain, Buddhist, Hindus together. It was not us, they clubbed it together because they are the religion of Indian origin. There are two religions which are not of Indian origin, and that's why they talk of equality in the system, whereas we accept there has been disequality and there has been a caste system in our form of religion, but in their religion they never accepted that. Although because they have been Indianized, that's why probably they are doing that. But the truth came out when the earlier panelists said that this will to deter the conversion. And let me admit to you, in Punjab, there is a huge conversion which is happening, a Christian conversion which is happening. To my knowledge, one of the pastor, Ankur, says that he have converted almost 40%, but they still continue in religion of Sikhism. They don't declare themselves as Christians, but they go to church, they take like to enjoy all that whatever benefits of allurement or conversion is there in Punjab. But they are not able to take benefit of being Christian convert.
Okay.
So there's a thin line there also, and there's a dichotomy there which needs to be tackled. But yes, religion of Indian ethnicity has been dealt differently and in different fashion.
So Adi Malik, the position that the Constitution has taken, whether it is in 53 extending it to 6 or whether it's in 1990 extending, one second, extending it to Buddhists, that is not something that is the making of the BJP. The BJP did not introduce this in 53 or in 1990. They were not in power. So why are you then making this a political issue?
Six, if it can be changed to include Sikhs, and if 1990 it can be changed to include Buddhists, then why not include the Muslims and Christians now? Is all we are saying. We are not saying that it is only please note at the conduct of the BJP here. They believe in this. They believe in this Bharat Todo, as we are saying, right? They are trying here to further Todo.
What's there about Todo about it? You want to Todo Bharat by doing so.
Let me, sir, I did not interrupt you. You will also please extend the same courtesy. All I'm saying is, this is the Bharat Todo against which the Congress is doing the Bharat Jodo Yatra today. This is the mentality. This is the intent behind this. And look at the affidavit.
No, how is this Bharat Todo? I just want to know. I mean, it's a political debate. It's a legal debate. How is it Bharat Todo?
Absolutely, it is Bharat Todo because within Dalits also they're trying to divide the Dalits on the basis of their Hindus and Muslims and Sikhs and Christians out there. Please understand, what is the affidavit that the center has filed? What is the reason given in the affidavit? They said these religions are of foreign origin. This is the reason given. Or the second reason given is non-existence of documented evidence. Now, when they say non-existence of documented evidence, this is where I bring in those committee reports, whether there is enough evidence or not. That was considered by those commissions. Now, whether it is foreign origin,
I just want to clarify that we have got word from top legal officers in the government that there will be a new affidavit that they will submit, or a new filing that they will submit before this commission, specifically on this issue of foreign origin. But anyway, R.P. Singh respond, and then I'll go to Kapil Sankla after that. Yeah, R.P. Singh.
Very, very, very small thing. I mean, they're talking about Bharat Todo. I mean, when you got the constitution made in 1953, all those who were part of the making of the constitution, wo Bharat tod rahe the kya? They were dividing the country at that time. I mean, it's such silly argument they're giving. And also, what they did in 1990, why couldn't have they extended the same to other religions also? But they didn't do so. So we are saying that they were tab ye Bharat tod rahe the kya? They're dividing the country at that time. But issue is again, there are religion of Indian origin and there are religion which are of not Indian origin.
Okay.
And then religion of not Indian origins don't believe in caste system. They lure people with saying this, that we are taking you out of the caste system. And once you say that and lure them by saying that we are taking you out of the caste system, then why you want reservation for them?
No, but Kapil Sankla, the argument again being raised by opposition is that you have just amended the constitution to include a new quota called EWS. Now, what if a converted Dalit who converts either to Islam or to Christianity happens to come in that category of under 8 lakh rupees per annum? The conversion benefit may not be there, but he or she can avail of EWS quota then. Kapil Sankla.
So good for him. What is the difficulty? The second thing is that he also gets the benefit of minority institutes, where the Honorable Supreme Court has said the government will have no say. And we see these minority institutes and also companies that are run by minorities for the benefit of minorities. They have that benefit as well. So I really don't know what the argument is. And as far as what
minority
is being said has
institutes,
already been
I think that's a good point. I'll ask
judgment.
that. But Kapil, minority institutes are not government run. Minority institutes are private institutions. This is about government run institutions, whether it's for education or for jobs.
Where the government cannot have a say. Please
Yes.
understand this. If a minority institute is run for the benefit of minorities and the government cannot have a say in that, that is absolutely for the benefit of minorities. And this is also a minority argument that this is for the benefit of minorities. We will not have any quota system there. So nothing works there as far as SC, ST, OBC, etc., etc. is concerned. And this is also what the Supreme Court also stated as far as EW is concerned. In fact, this was the concern with the other panelists when I was on your show, I think a couple of days back. And as far as the other thing is concerned, what Swati was saying, let me point out another judgment in deference to what she said. This is CPIL versus Union of India, where the central government has told the Supreme Court there is no authentic data to suggest that Dalit Christians or Muslims have suffered the same oppressive environment like Dalit Hindus and hence cannot claim benefit of such scheduled caste as entitled to Hindus. And the affidavit says this further, that extending the reservation benefit to Buddhists while denying it to Muslims and Christians, arguing that not only the nature of conversion is different, but the original caste of those converting to Buddhism can also be ascertained. The affidavit said, the SCs embraced Buddhism voluntarily at the call of Dr. Ambedkar in 1956 on account of some innate socio-political imperative. The original caste community of such converts can easily be determined. This cannot be said in respect of Christians and Muslims who might have converted on account of other factors, since the process of such conversion has taken place over the centuries.
Okay, let me ask Muhammad Asif Hussain, the point that Kapil made about, you want to avail benefits of reservation. There are always minority institutions. There are Muslim-run minority institutions. There are Christian-run minority institutions. You can always go to minority institutions.
That's what, Zaka, see, I've asked you the same thing again. Like, the Sikhs, Buddhists and others, they don't call them the Hindus, right? They call it comes from the Hinduism or what?
No, but they do.
See, when they are getting converted, no. Who said that?
The gentleman prior there to just said that Sikhi comes. Zaka, can you please?
Yeah, Sikhism comes from Hinduism. Historically, anyway, that's besides the point. Answer the question that I asked you. Minorities get to avail of minority reservation in minority-run institutions.
That's what.
No one else gets to make that in minority institutions.
That's what. It's instead of government providing the equal rights and equal opportunities and equal benefits to all, because they have failed. All this came on the SC status, minority status. Why it came? Because they are not been treated equally in every segment, in every field of they are seeing it. So for certain period, what I am saying, government should make a boundary on that, something where they can avail for the certain time. Then they can, when they have been converted to wherever the religion they came from, there they will get the benefits over. So all to sudden, if you stop something, what they have been getting over there, then it will find them difficulties.
I'll give the final word to RP Singh. I want to wrap up after this. No, I think there was the Mishra Commission report. One second, there was a Mishra Commission report, I think it was in 2004 or 5, where they said the Commission's argument was, if you're going to take away Dalit reservations for Christians and Muslims, then you should do the same thing for scheduled tribes. Scheduled tribes also, there are Christian scheduled tribes, there are Muslim scheduled tribes, there are Hindu scheduled tribes, but there is no distinction of religion for ST reservation. ST reservation, they get irrespective of religion. The same argument should be extended to SCs also.
Zaka, I'll appreciate, let me turn the table other way around. Will any Christian or Islamic or Muslim institution give reservation to the Dalits or scheduled caste? Will they give reservations? No, they don't. I'm asking them. Aligarh University do so? No. Will Stephen College do so? No. They don't give reservation to the scheduled caste. They say no, we won't allow that to happen. So it's very basic that when they convert, scheduled caste convert, it means they are converting because they are being oppressed. Scheduled tribes don't get reservation because they were oppressed. They are backward because of other reasons. Here there is a oppression of the caste, of a social system. So that's why they get there. And conversion means that they are accepting that yes, they are equal now.
All right.
That's why in Punjab, I'm quoting Punjab being a Sikh. That's why every convert in Punjab put Masih as a name, as a caste. They don't put other caste, whatever other caste they have. They only put just Masih as an add-on name.
All right. Okay, we've got to leave it at that. Thanks very much to RP Singh, Kapil Sankla, Mr. Hussain, and of course Swati Malik for joining us. What we're going to do now is to move on to a piece of breaking news that's coming in. The Enforcement Directorate has claimed in a remand note that all 34 people involved in the Delhi excise policy scam have changed their mobile phones multiple times. These 34 individuals have changed their phones 140 times. Just the cost of those phones alone amount to a little over 1.2 crore rupees. Let me go across to Ashish Mershi, who's joining us with more details on this. So this includes Manish Sisodia as well?
Yes, in fact, that is what the claim is, Zaka. It's absolutely flabbergasting, absolutely surprising, because all these 34 individuals who are being investigated by the Enforcement Directorate and the CBI into this scam all have changed their phones. So this is basically nothing else but deleting, or you can say, a killing of the evidence. That is what is visible as of now. So this is something really, really surprising. All these 34 individuals, including government servants, including liquor barons, including Manish Sisodia, everybody has changed their phone. And, these phones have been changed multiple times, not even once. So around 1.2 crore rupees, around 140 phones have been changed by these 34 individuals. So this is something absolutely stunning. This is something really, really surprising that has been claimed by the Enforcement Directorate in the remand note. Both the individuals who were arrested today, Binoy Babu as well as Sharath Reddy, they both have been remanded to 7 days custody. But this is something really surprising that the ED has claimed in the remand note.
Ashish, very quickly, the mere fact of the changing of phones does not necessarily establish complicity or otherwise.
No, it does not, but certainly, it's like killing of the evidence, because what happens is once you delete the, say, WhatsApp messages or Telegram messages or any other messages and you change the phone, so you can't get it back, even despite making effort from the CFSL, if the CFSL also tries, they can't get it back. So basically, it's like, you can't get all the messages or any data which is inside the phone, in the previous phone. If the phone gets changed, you can't get it. So that is why this is something like killing of the evidence, certainly.
Okay, we'll see how this story plays out in court and whether the court is subscribed one way or the other into buying this argument. We'll leave it at that. Thanks very much. The other big story, of course, happening in Hubballi, where the municipal corporation has granted permission now to the AIMIM for Tipu Jayanti celebrations at the Eidgah Maidan. This happened in Hubballi in Karnataka. The mayor granted the permission for observance celebrations despite strong objection coming in from the Hindu organizations as well as the Congress party. Meanwhile, the Sri Ram Sene leader Pramod Mutalik protested at the Eidgah Maidan today against Tipu Jayanti celebrations. Meanwhile, the Dharwad Municipal Corporation, those are twin cities, Hubballi and Dharwad, the mayor there has now granted permission to the Sri Ram Sene for Kanakadasa Jayanti, which starts tomorrow at 9 a.m. Harish now joining us live. Even when the Bangalore Eidgah Maidan matter was resolved by the Supreme Court, or at least a judgment was passed by the Supreme Court, that was thought to be the precedent, if you will, that in other Eidgah Maidans it will not be used for any kind of celebrations, whether it is Tipu Jayanti or Kanakadasa Jayanti. Does this now open a Pandora's box?
Yes, it definitely does. If you look at the argument by the Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation, it says that this is a corporation ground and it will be used as any other corporation ground, which means it will be given out for various events, whether it's religious or not. That's the decision of the Hubli Dharwad Municipal Corporation Mayor. And yesterday, remember, this decision came out and they decided to allow Tipu Jayanti celebration. Today they've said that we'll allow Sri Ram Sene to celebrate Kanakadasa Jayanti tomorrow. There are two things here that stand out. One, perhaps many within the corporation believe that there's an ongoing case regarding this particular Eidgah Maidan, and this stance of the corporation makes their case much more stronger in the court to say that we are not in any way taking a partisan view. We are being equal to everyone. We want to treat this as a corporation ground and give it out to various people based on the bylaws and rules of the corporation. One. Second, if you look at it politically, many believe that the local corporation ruled by the BJP allowed this to happen, allowed Tipu Jayanti there, because one of the petitioners was a contender for a MIM ticket, and they believe that if these leaders from the MIM become stronger, then the Congress loses some core minority votes in Hubli Dharwad. So it will be win-win for both the BJP and the MIM there. So that's the political analysis coming out of Hubli and Dharwad on why the BJP mayor there allowed Tipu Jayanti and has allowed Kanakadasa Jayanti tomorrow.
It is politically also interesting, isn't it, that a BJP-ruled municipal corporation, a BJP mayor allowing the MIM to celebrate Tipu Jayanti, which the BJP had been opposing tooth and nail over the last few months and years. We'll leave it at that. Thanks very much. In a moment,